What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Now, I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. I'm going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We're going to be starting off with a video titled U.S. Tsunami Alerts Triggered by Earthquake Near Russia. For most of the day, this is all everybody's been talking about. So I figure we'll cover a short video on it. Then we got a video titled High Noon Issues Recall After Vodka Seltzer. I've never even heard of vodka seltzer, but vodka seltzer gets mislabeled as Celsius. So if you get yourself a case of Celsius, there's a chance there's vodka in it on accident. Then we got a video titled Trump Nominees Waiting for Confirmation in an Act of Unprecedented Obstruction, says lawmaker. They're saying 152 individuals are waiting for confirmation, and it's never been this bad before in American history. Then we got a video titled Investigators Probe How New York City Gunman Got His AR-15. If he's nuts, then how'd he get a firearm? Then we got a video, it's titled, it's Josh Hawley. He's presenting the PELOSI Act, which bans Congressional stock trading, which is good stuff. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through, and this one's titled The Squirrels Have Had Enough. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Third Suspect Arrested in Viral Cincinnati Street Beatdown. This is the first time we've actually covered anything relating to that video, but we've been talking about it all week. Then we got a video titled Maine Police Officer from Jamaica Arrested by ICE. Police claims the error is by DHS. Let's just go ahead and make illegals law enforcement. That sounds like a good idea. Then we got a video titled Suspect Arrested After Danville City Councilman Was Set on Fire. People out here setting elected officials on fire. They say it's personal. I don't know if they're covering up some vigilante stuff or if it really is personal. Maybe it's just two guys fighting over love. Then we got the last little bit of the news. Of course, it's Lefties losing it. This one's titled Democrat Cory Booker's Theatrical Tantrum. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent to us by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one's titled, I Hate When This Happens. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Based DOT. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Guessum J? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Live Review? What's up, Zero? And what's up, Tori Wayne? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. You got the tacos, got some? That stuff looks good. It looks real good. Is that real Klaus meat there? What is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Snooks, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and thank you for everything you do for us, Snooks. What's up, Beck Frank? Guess I'm your omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Cricket Kiss? What's up, Dutton? What's up, Colty? My bad. Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let me see. What's up, Gron? Happy freedom to you. My chat just went weird for a second. What's up, Vinny C? What's up, Major? What's up, Bright Gaming? What's up, Little Irish? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Patriot Dad? What's up, D-Cat? Happy freedom. What's up, MU? Appreciate you being here with us. And what's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom to you. Make sure you hooligans hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Killer J? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the commie platform? Cheeky Chops, you were first here. You were late today, okay? We were all wondering where you were during the Trump live earlier. Good to see you. Mr. Satan, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Prop Patriot Girly? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jem? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Alien Lab? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Lynn? What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom. I think that's everybody. And what is up, everyone over on X? I just realized we didn't put together our Odyssey platform. I bet it's live under the wrong title, and I'll have to mess with that. Oh yeah, we're live. Well, happy freedom, everyone trying to watch over on Odyssey. I'll have to mess with that. Whatever's whatever. Either way, let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with a video titled U.S. Tsunami Alerts Triggered by Earthquake Near Russia. Like I said, everybody's been talking about this. And if this didn't affect the U.S., we wouldn't even be talking about it. Come on, GoofTube, do the damn thing. Good Lord. Either way, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does, so I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we even made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the plain Jane Jeff Mac t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we watch this first video.
One of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded struck miles off the Russian coast, triggering tsunami warnings and evacuations across the Pacific. Fox's William Lajeunesse reports on how the scare for the U.S. West Coast went.
A massive earthquake striking Russia's far east, sending tsunami waves towards Hawaii and the west coast. Minor damage reported, and Hawaiian officials eventually downgraded their warning.
The wave activity is still going to be pretty active for a few hours after the initial tsunami waves impact the coastline. I have noticed that they have begun to kind of recede out a little bit more and come back in.
Cars jammed highways in Hawaii's capital as thousands evacuated from the coastal areas on Tuesday. Wave heights reaching up to 6 feet in parts of Maui and 5 feet on the Big Island.
There may be flooding of beach or harbor areas. Those who have evacuated may safely return home based on county assessments and directives.
Geologists say the 8.8 magnitude earthquake happened about 85 miles off the Russian coast, a depth about 12 miles. The tremors triggered a tsunami across the northern Pacific that sent waves towards a chain of Russian islands, floodwaters submerging buildings and tearing boats off their mooring. It also targeted portions of Japan, prompting evacuations for 2 million near their coastlines. Others were forced to shelter on top of high buildings.
I was very scared. The warnings were for all over Japan.
Geologists say the 8.8 quake is the 5th strongest ever recorded. In Los Angeles, William Lajeunesse, Fox News.
Chief Meteorologist Mike.
Okay, talking about earthquakes and tsunamis here. Now, it seems like things are calming down, but they are saying that that is the biggest earthquake ever recorded. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they're saying. Either way, next up we're just going to get right into this. This is High Noon issues recall after vodka seltzer cans have been mislabeled as Celsius. Now, I don't know if you've ever had a Celsius energy drink. Some people think it's healthier than drinking a Monster or a Red Bull. I don't know. They make me aggressive. Either way, if you get yourself a case, they might have some vodka in it. Go ahead and hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Well, we're keeping you healthy tonight with a recall from High Noon. The company is recalling some of its beach variety 12-packs because some of the cans were filled with vodka seltzer but labeled as Celsius energy drinks. Now, this is important because those have alcohol in them. The company says anyone who drinks from those cans may not realize they're drinking alcohol, and they traced the mistake to a packaging supplier that sent the wrong cans. So far, no illnesses have been reported.
No illnesses reported. That's because whoever found vodka in their energy drink didn't tell anybody about it. They just enjoyed it. That's what we do as Americans. Either way, next up we got Trump nominees waiting for confirmation in an act of unprecedented obstruction, says lawmaker. They're saying there's 152 individuals that are still waiting for confirmation. Nobody knows if it's actually going to happen because nothing like this has ever happened before. Either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about vodka in your energy drinks, as well as this tsunami that happened over near Russia. What's up, Mac Daddy? Happy freedom? Zero. I don't know what that says. Somebody forecasted earthquake, the 9.0 in Japan, I think was the largest. Some other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That's just what they're saying. I don't pay a lot of attention to earthquakes. I've never experienced one. Guess looks like my room during sex. You be having earthquake sex? Holy. Torres. Oh yeah, I forgot it was Wednesday. I thought yesterday was Wednesday for some reason. I'm getting 2 Wednesdays in a row. Also, I was hoping LA would get a bath. I mean, you know, there's still time. Bill Clay, was the tsunami Trump's fault? They're still figuring it out. It's to be determined. Cricket sounds like a lawsuit. You would think so. You would think putting alcohol inside of a can that doesn't require you to show ID in order to purchase that can, you would think that there would be a lawsuit with that, but apparently not. They can just put out a warning and then everything's all good. What's up, Turbo? Happy Freedom. 8.8, what happened? Cardi B fall on her ass? It could be. What's up, Spicy K? Happy Freedom. What's up, D-Man? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Boost of Flames? Happy Freedom. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy Freedom to you. Oh, I want to try something with Nightbot. Or not Nightbot. We got so many bots. Rumble bot. Let's see. Let's see if it'll work. I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll see. Supposedly you can connect like AI chat to the Rumble bot and talk to it while you're in the chat. There's some other features that we could access. I don't know. I think it might be worth the $7 or $8 a month. We'll see. I asked the Rumble bot if we're going to make America great again. It says absolutely we will. It's all about strong leadership, building the economy, and putting America first. Rumblebot right now is to behave as President Trump. Now, we only get 100 prompts, and I think I just burned 2 of them. And all of you guys can chat with Rumblebot and stuff, and it's supposedly going to make responses as if it is President Trump. Plus, the clip thing works. So if you put exclamation point clip in the chat, it will grab clips of the live, and we'll post them as shorts. Vinny C, Deep State's targeting Putin. Is that what happened? They're using the weather against Putin? It's about time. D-Man, so if you drink that shit not knowing it's vodka and you drive, what'll happen if you get pulled over and get a DUI? Yeah, you're just going to be screwed. Nobody's going to be held accountable. I don't know the last time I saw anybody get held accountable. It's been a long time. Probably the last time I went to jail. Crick Kiss, can Rumble do offshore betting? You got to ask Rumble about it. I don't know. What's up, Roy? Happy Freedom to you. Ghostly, at this point, it's not the deep state, it's just the state. Yeah, you're right, Ghostly. It's right in our face. What's up, Sam? Happy Freedom. Mac Daddy, of course the earthquake is Trump's fault. He's always dropping them bombs. Yep, it's his fault. You know, what if they said it's because he bombed Iran and then this is just the fallout for it? It took time, there was a delay, but because he did the bunker busters, it caused the earthquake that caused the tsunami, so it's all the Orange Eagle's fault. I knew it. I knew it. Tony Rez waiting for the tsunami last night to hit Hawaii, and then not much happened. Must be what women feel like during sex. I guess. Not according to Get Some. According to Get Some, you're getting that earthquake action. Mm-hmm. Sub Z7, Happy Freedom. Rosie O'Donnell jumping rope. That's probably what happened there. What's up, Mike Ingle? Happy Freedom. What's up, JH? Happy Freedom to you. What's with all these shootings to the police who remember back in the day anyone said the cops were nice, but I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even have anything on the schedule that's related to officers shooting anybody. What's up, Hair Juicer? What do you mean it ain't working? It's working for everybody else. Yeah, Hair Juicer, you gotta be more specific than that. Everything's working for me. And we got people in the chat. Let me see what I can see. Today's been a fucking stupid day, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had issues. That's why we're getting started at almost 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, here, Juicer, I don't know. Everything's working for me, even when I use private tabs and stuff. Write me on X and I'll try and figure out while I'm live. Shroomish, I like the late streams being on the West Coast. I'm glad you're here with us. Some people cancel their membership over it. What's up, Rodney? Happy freedom. I wonder if we'll ever get people watching on Odyssey again. Odyssey needs to do some promotion. I think people forgot about the platform. Either way, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, Trump nominees waiting for confirmation in an act of unprecedented obstruction, says lawmaker. Now, they're going to talk a bunch of crap about how the Democrats are screwing everything up and how pretty much they got an understaffed administration right now. You won't hear anything about accountability, though, so don't get your hopes up. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
All right, well, despite a full docket and mounting pressure from the White House, there are still 152 of President Trump's nominees waiting for confirmation from the Senate.
Now, Democrats have been doing what they can to stonewall Trump's picks, sparking some talk among Republicans of scrapping or shortening the August recess that is set to start on Monday of next week to break the logjam and get Trump's team over the finish line.
Joining us now is Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. So, Senator, what's the problem here? I mean, we're seeing that a lot of undersecretaries aren't being confirmed. Of course, ambassadorships are being left open in important posts all around the world. What is it that Democrats are doing in the minority to keep these confirmations from getting through?
Well, in a word, the problem is Chuck Schumer and his Democrat colleagues in the Senate. This is unprecedented obstruction. In the past, there was comedy in the Senate where we recognize that elections matter. Duly elected president should have the ability to staff his administration. So you go through the confirmation process on the main secretaries, the larger jobs, the more important jobs, not to denigrate the assistant secretaries, deputy secretaries, but those other confirmable positions would be vetted in the committees, brought to the floor of the Senate, oftentimes just passed by unanimous consent or a voice vote. Democrats have not allowed that in this administration. We've had to go through what we call run the clock on every one of President Trump's nominees. Now, we're actually ahead of the pace from his first administration, but he's being sabotaged from the deep state from within. He needs to get his political point. He's in there. So we need to do whatever we can to make sure that President Trump can staff his administration. I'm for whatever it'll take.
So, Senator, it's my understanding that this is the first time in American history there hasn't been a single unanimous consent vote in the Senate for presidential nominees, including those who have bipartisan support. So what would make this different if you guys stay for the August recess, getting these nominees through, if you can't get them through now? What's the difference there?
Well, first thing we ought to do, and I hate to do this to the Senate staff, but we ought to start voting overnight. Just keep grinding the clock, try and grind them down. Certainly we ought to be talking about taking a full recess, not having the pro forma session so that President Trump, if he has to, can do recess appointments. But we can also do what we did when Democrats were obstructing earlier, and rather than have 30 hours of debate, we narrowed that down to 2 hours. Again, you don't do it on all the cabinet officials, you don't do it on all the nominees, but for assistant secretaries, deputy secretaries, some of the lesser positions, just bring them to the floor, have them non-debatable, and just start voting and cranking them out. I'd be fully supportive of that as well.
Is there any thought here, because I've seen some criticism on the right, that the Senate should work longer weeks instead of shorter work weeks because some of these points may be being left on the field by Republicans in the majority. Is that a fair critique?
Listen, I'm willing to do what's going to take. We also have to have the nominees before us. They have to have all their paperwork. I mean, I think the start of the administration, there's so many things going on that there's some delays on that. But again, it's primarily the obstruction by Chuck Schumer. We just need to break this logjam. So even if you do run the clock, even if they're an extra day, a couple hours each nominee, it just takes time, and it's still going to be slow walking. We could stay all August and still, I don't know the exact number, but it wouldn't run through the entire backlog. We need to get through the entire backlog. I think that's going to take more energetic effort. So let's put it that way.
Do you think it would maybe focus the mind of Democrats in the Senate if you guys were to come out and say, guess what? You've been doing this. It's unprecedented. So goodbye to your August recess. We don't like it, but you're going to hate it too. Might all of a sudden Chuck Schumer see the light and hear from some of his members and say, maybe we can come to some sort of accommodation?
Well, that's where we would hope. But again, we have to be here. Republicans, Democrats don't have to be. They're going to vote no anyway, so they pretty much all of them can take off. So I'm not sure that pressure is going to work. What the Democrats don't have is pressure from the legacy corporate media. If the tables were turned and this was a Democrat president and Republicans obstructing, it's all you would hear. Every news show would start with the Republican obstruction of staffing of a Democrat administration. Democrats don't have to worry about that. They can obstruct with impunity, unfortunately.
So, Senator, there's 152 nominees waiting for a vote. Would you be able to get through all of them if you were to skip the August recess?
If we just run the clock, no. We'd still only probably be able to do a fraction of it, which is why I think we have to take more drastic measures.
Do you have a number?
I really don't. It depends how many days, depends on whether we start at 7 o'clock in the morning and go till midnight. Again, I have to leave that up to Senate leadership, and there are many considerations there. Again, I'm all for recess appointments. If we go in a recess, I'm all for, have these be non-debatable, don't have to have cloture votes, don't have the full clock, put senators in their seat and just start voting in nominees. That's what I would do.
Changing gears real quickly, Senator, you wanted to...
All right. So I do like that he brings up that if things were the other way around and Republicans were stalling and preventing an administration from being confirmed, then it would be all over the news. But what I don't like about it is they act like being on the news is persecution. Like you're going to be prosecuted and shit. The news has nothing to do with any of that shit. Just because they're allowing the Democrats for that to happen is all that's going on. Like, it being on the news doesn't matter. Like Obama being charged with treason, right? That's all over the news, but we already know it's not going to happen. We know he's not going down for treason, but it's all over the news. So the Democrats stalling out and preventing 152 confirmations from happening should lead with legal force, right? Some sort of legal repercussions because of this, some sort of consequence to their actions, not just getting roasted on the fucking news. Being on the news really doesn't matter. Yes, it brainwashes Americans, especially the normies, especially females, because they're the biggest targeted group and most susceptible to propaganda because they're not looking for threats like men are. So being on the news is one thing, enforcing the law is something else, and I hate that they act like being on the news is consequence. That's not consequence. Put these fuckers in prison. Do something to them legally, and then watch them start acting right. That's the thing, is everybody knows how to act right. Somehow all these people made it through high school and shit where you had to act right. You had to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up when you were told to, and they were capable of doing it then. But now they're not capable of doing it? No, it's because there's no consequence. Provide a consequence, they will act right. It's very simple. It's very simple. Either way, next up, investigators probe how New York City gunman got his AR-15 since he's just completely nuts. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the Democrats stalling and keeping 152 individuals from confirmation. And we know Alina Habba Habba is one of those people because she's still not confirmed. Lived review, happy freedom to you. Hunter Biden said that he's been sober since 2019. Totally trust him. Yeah, live it review. He's a trustworthy guy. I mean, he was just smoking crack and shit, you know. Yeah, I guess I can't read that out loud, but yeah, shit would start getting done. Guess I'm freezing. I know. They had a log jam there. It was happening in the hearing room on the Senate floor. They were jamming those logs. It's not good. It's like prison, but they're all willing. Thank you so much, Ghostly, for that $20 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ghostly. Thank you so much for the support. What a badass. Pumpkin, I did get an email from you, but I haven't read it yet. I was going to check it after the live. Ghostly, if you miss a vote, lose your position. Yeah. Well, and they take a lot of time off. They take like 28 days off, like in a row. I don't know who gets vacation like that other than them. Stoner, I miss recess. Crick has term limit their asses. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, DCat? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, the PELOSI Act, it's coming up. Yeah, it's after this next video. Turn res, Congress not doing anything. That's new. Par for the course. Back Frank, hair juicer better be in the live chat. I'm on the edge of my seat for this poodle story. You say that now, but once you hear it, you can never unhear it. I gotta find hair juicer. I've been writing him on 6 different platforms, trying to figure out what he's got going on. He's having trouble getting on the site for some reason. Okay, Pumpkin, thank you for letting me know. I'll check it right after the live. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom. Tony Rez, Haba's been confirmed as the new hotness. Haba. There you go, Tony Rez. She's been confirmed. Guess I'm the backlog? Yeah. That's where they were jamming it. Shit. I tried to keep a straight face. Now I got a gay one. What's up, Just Saying? Happy freedom to you. Just saying, yeah, no elite politician or Hollywood ever sit in jail, in a real jail, not those 5-star jails for the rich. Yep, you're totally right. What's up, Meta? Happy freedom to you. No accountability for the rich people. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom to you. Hey, I appreciate you, JH7. Thank you for joining us over here. You like the cat cam? Oh, Klaus Daniels? Yeah. You good boy, ain't you? Just waiting for the advent calendar. What's up, Z's? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Skulls? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bud? Lightner? I'm Lightner? Yeah, I think I said it right. Happy freedom to you. And it's just dead over here on Odyssey. Oh well. Alright, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, investigators probe how New York City gunmen got their AR-15. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this pulled up. Come on, do the thing. Load. It's got to be fighting that ad blocker. It's got to be it. Once again, this is Investigators Probe how the New York City gunman got his AR-15. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
So officials and loved ones gathering in New York City about 6 blocks from here to honor the victims of the high-rise shooting in Manhattan on Monday.
So it comes as the NYPD is releasing new information on how the shooter obtained his weapon.
Todd Pyro joins us with some new details. Hey, Todd.
Good morning again to all 3 of you. All 4 victims died from gunshot wounds after the shooter walked into the office building Monday evening firing multiple rounds. In addition to an NYPD officer, 3 other innocent people killed, including a Blackstone executive and mother, a security guard, and a 27-year-old Cornell University grad who worked at the management company that owned that building. New York City Mayor Eric Adams now revealing new information on how the gunman was able to obtain the rifle used in the rampage.
The weapon that was used, part of the weapons was purchased by an associate of the perpetrator, and he also purchased the firearm that was found in the car by using a carry permit that he received in Nevada.
Teams in Las Vegas are helping with the investigation. The NYPD says they plan to question the associate who helped buy the AR-15 style rifle used in the attack by the gunman before turning the weapon on himself while also injuring several others. all as the community comes together to mourn the victims. We are learning that Barstool's Dave Portnoy is raising funds for the NYPD officer killed in that shooting. Back over to you.
Okay. Is everything working right? Weird. There we go. Anyways, so they're saying that his buddy, I think they refer to him as an associate, but his buddy purchased parts of the rifle, which is not unheard of. I know a lot of people have built ARs instead of buying them whole. But then apparently, and it's kind of hard for me to tell because of the way they worded it, but Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, he's saying that his associate bought parts of the rifle, and then he says he, right after talking about the shooter and his associate, purchased the gun. Now, I can only assume he's talking about his associate purchasing the gun because he doesn't specify who he is when he's talking. So I can only assume it's the same guy that purchased parts of the rifle. It's the same guy that purchased the handgun, I believe it was, that was found in the vehicle. They're saying that he bought it with a concealed carry permit or a carry permit of sorts. I assume it's a concealed carry permit. You can't do that shit in Michigan anymore. You used to be able to just go in a gun store, show your concealed carry, and just buy a gun right there. Now you still got to go through the FBI check and all of that. Apparently they don't do it like that in Nevada. Either way, getting some more details on the shooting that happened in New York City. And a lot of people are saying that it's been memory hold and stuff because the shooter wasn't white. But I still see a lot of people talking about this. So I don't know. Sometimes I think people are just grifting for the sake of grifting. Next up, we got Josh Hawley presenting the PELOSI Act, which bans congressional stock trading. This is way overdue. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this guy using his buddy to get his AR as well as the firearm he had in the vehicle. Sam, but there's nothing wrong with promoting superior genes. Yeah, I saw that everybody's all mad about that. I don't even know the woman's name. The woman doing Levi commercials or whatever. Sometimes I think that outrage is fake, just for publicity. Snooks, the gun that the shooter used did have blood on it from killing himself? Yeah. Zero, funny how there's no blood in the dead dude's photo. It's fake. I haven't seen any photos or videos or anything of him being dead. I haven't seen anything like that. Zero, I think they just showed it in the video. They showed the rifle had blood on it. Vinny C, his buddy was a Democrat operative. Oh yeah, I believe it. What's up, Grinches, bro? Happy freedom to you. Used to be able to mail order guns. See, I've never seen that. What's up, Dennis? Happy freedom. Dennis, his associate is what they call a straw man, illegal. Well, how would an illegal get a firearm, though? I mean, unless he got an illegal firearm. The one was purchased in Nevada, though. I don't know. Yeah, because he would have had to buy the, I think it was the lower or the AR. You'd have to be legal to get either of those if they were done legally, which I assume they were, considering they're talking about transactions and stuff. Otherwise, they wouldn't know how they got the gun. If they bought it in a dark alley somewhere, they wouldn't know how they purchased the firearm. Crick Kids gun shows are a big thing here. Family fun night. They have, I don't know if they have gun shows. They have, like flea markets and stuff like that. I don't hear a lot of promotion for it, but I guess they're heavily regulated, or at least they are here in Michigan. I've never been able to go to one, though. I've always either been broke or working or both. I've never been able to go, though. One day I will. Stoner is CIA handler. Yeah, his butt buddy. That's right. Pumpkin, Klaus is tired, poor guy. Well, we almost died. There was a spider in the curtain, and then I was trying to deal with it, and then he was trying to deal with it, and then I fell over him. And then there was a bunch of that. And then there's birds. There's a bird nest right outside on my porch in the corner. So now I'm the proud owner of like 4 baby birds, a mommy bird and a daddy bird. And the mommy and daddy birds sit on the railing and chirp at Klaus. Chirp clicks back at them, and they do that back and forth, and that's nice and fucking annoying. So there's just been a lot today. It's been a busy day, so yeah. Mr. Big Booty here, he's tired. He's tired, yeah. I know. It's been a hard day. It's been a hard day for him. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. Pumpkin rough morning for Klaus. Yeah. What's up, Goth? Happy freedom. And Cringes bro, damn, nature is scary. It is. Guess oh, you got a pic of the shooter? All right. There it is. That's the official image. Shooter did not make it. That one's it's YouTube approved. Crick is Jeff's Wildlife Kingdom. Yeah, you guys didn't know I was a Disney princess? Mm-hmm. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom. Meta lefties have been celebrating the death of the woman. They think she was the CEO of Blackstone, but she just worked there. She's not the CEO. No, she's an executive, but she wasn't the CEO. Cheek Chops, you need to get out and live some. You're too hard on yourself. I don't have enough money to do that. I don't have enough money to like be a living person. I can just work. That's all I'm allowed to do until I have enough money. One day. Snooks, it's exhausting for Klaus to have to look good every day. I know, he works really hard at it. Can you hear him playing with that toy that y'all were saying he didn't like yesterday? He loves those damn crinkly toys. Kevin, for the first time in 4 days, I don't have a headache. I'm glad to hear it, Kevin. Headaches fucking suck. Today is day 7 of eating chicken and steak every day with vegetables and nothing else. I haven't eaten any bread or any trash or anything, and I've been working out for 7 days, and it's just making me an asshole. That's really all it's doing. I don't know if my body's hungry for carbs or what, but it is just making me a straight asshole. I don't know. Hopefully that wears off and I can just start feeling healthy. Either way, we're going to get into this next video. Like I said, it's a bill that was presented by Josh Hawley. It's titled the PELOSI Act, which bans congressional stock trading. And like I said earlier, this is something we should have had a long time ago. Either way, good stuff, I believe. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Say that we have an opportunity here today to do something that the public has wanted us to do for decades, and that is to ban members of Congress from profiting on information that, frankly, only members of Congress have in the buying and selling of stock. 86% of Americans say that members of Congress should not be able to buy and sell shares of stock, individual stock, while they are members of this body, and they are absolutely correct. And the reason is, you can see it, there was just another ethics referral in the House last week. We've seen the former Speaker of the House make millions of dollars in profits. We've seen members of both parties, I'm sad to say, be investigated for their stock trades. And the reason for all of this is that, quite frankly, members of this body are privy to information that the normal person just is not. Now, is that insider trading? It is not under the laws. Sometimes people say, well, we already have insider trading laws. We don't need a stock ban. Well, the information that members of Congress are privy to is technically not covered by the insider trading laws, but nobody really believes that the information that we get isn't valuable. It is quite valuable, which is why back during COVID, you saw members of Congress of both parties engage in a flurry of stock trading right after they were getting COVID briefings. Were members of the public getting those briefings? They were not. Were members of the public privy to the kind of information that was being given to members of Congress? No, they were not. And so when you look at what members of Congress are privy to, what they are able to trade on, the access that they have, it's just qualitatively different than your average Joe or Jane, which is why we ought to put into place common sense guardrails that say, if you want to be a member of Congress, you can put you want to save, great. You can buy mutual funds, you can buy broadly diversified investment vehicles. You should not be able to buy and trade individual stock shares in which, frankly, we have an interest in the work that we do. We have information that no other people get, no other members of the public have. This bill would finally redress that.
All right. So they said it did pass the committee. So, I mean, it's getting started. I think it's got a ways to go. And who knows if it will actually pass completely. But either way, the PELOSI Act, which is supposed to ban congressional stock trading, I don't know. And I like how he tries to explain how it's sort of insider trading, but it's sort of not, and all this other stuff. So the best they could do is name it the Pelosi Act instead of actually going and arresting Nancy Pelosi. But whatever's whatever. They should go ahead and ban it. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. This one's titled, "The Squirrels Have Had Enough." It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Josh Hawley presenting the Pelosi bill. Guess if I end up growing a third arm after this treatment, I'm considering boxing again. Are you going to go in the men's league or the women's league? We'll see. We'll see. Sam, you're cracking me up. Kevin, I ate so many wild raspberries on my walk. It's been a long time since I've ate random berries like that, since I was a young lad. Dennis, just more BS, giving information to a friend or a relative and then making the trade. They think we're all idiots. Yeah. Back Frank, Senate being corrupt. Who would have thought it? Yeah, exactly. Until people go to jail, things aren't changing. Kevin, I'm so hungry I could chew the asshole off a dead skunk. Jesus loves us. I don't think I've ever been that hungry. I get hungry. I ain't never been that hungry. Pumpkin, you need chocolate. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Kevin, the only problem with eating wild berries is you might get worms from them. But that's okay. A few pills and they're gone. I mean, I guess. So that freaks me out. Meta, I'll have to send you the link. What are you saying, cheeky chaps? You're on a 72-hour fast? Well, good luck to you. I think the longest I've ever gone fasting was 3 days. I get mean, though. I get mean without food. Mr. Lynn, I agree. No trading while in the House or the Senate. Yeah, I agree too. What the hell is that? Guess some. Goth, shoot, I eat mulberries right off the tree every spring. You might need to cleanse. You might have to detox. It's no telling. Either way, we're going to get into this midlife break. But before we do, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We got chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live, so definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this midlife break pulled up. Oh, I remember now. Oh, come on. This is titled, "The Squirrels Have Had Enough." That's the only thing we didn't see outside today. Damn squirrels got knives. They said put the bird feed on the ground and walk away. Anyways, getting back into the news here. Third suspect arrested in viral Cincinnati street beatdown. We've been talking about this all week. And now we actually got a video on it. What are you chirping at? Go sit down somewhere. He's like, but Dad, there's birds outside. Yeah, that's where they live, buddy. Anyways, like I said, third suspect arrested in viral Cincinnati street beatdown. That's quite the title there. Hit the like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. And let's get into this.
Meanwhile, you got this. A third person's been arrested in connection with that violent brawl at 3 o'clock in the morning, late Friday night, early Saturday morning in Cincinnati. The video is graphic. The street fight caught national attention when videos of the incident went viral, with even the White House weighing in on it. 3 suspects are being charged with felony assault and aggravated riot. CB Cotton's got the follow-up. She's live in New York City, and some of this has history for those involved. And CB, good morning to you.
Bill, good morning. We've learned the FBI has now opened an investigation into that vicious brawl, as 3 out of the 5 suspects who've been arrested so far are expected to be arraigned this morning. The 2 men and 1 woman are now all facing charges of felony assault and aggravated riot. The suspect in the middle of your screen, Montanez Merriweather, was indicted earlier this month on other felony charges. According to Cincinnati's police union, which sounded off on the court system, saying Merriweather only had to pay $400 to post bail and walk out of jail on those previous charges. In the horrific video, you can see a white man being repeatedly punched and kicked by a group of black men and women in downtown Cincinnati on Saturday at around 3 a.m. Then you see a woman get knocked out cold with blood on her face, and bystanders are just recording on their phones instead of stepping in. Cincinnati's police chief, Teresa Thigi, said only 1 person called 911 in a crowd of 100 or so people, but police haven't said what led to the fight, and the outrage continues to grow as people demand to know why the brutal attack even took place. U.S. Republican Senator John Husted from Ohio said he talked with 3 of the victims.
I called all 3 of them. There may have been more in conversations with them. They didn't understand why. I know maybe more facts will come out in this situation, but this is the point that's true. This is happening in America across our cities like it did in Cincinnati. It's not tolerable.
So the police chief said at a public safety meeting last night that she will not tolerate lawlessness on the streets of Cincinnati.
Okay, all right. Thanks, CB. We're going to continue to watch that and see what we get. Thank you. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley.
Okay. So everybody's getting involved in this whole brawl thing in Cincinnati, saying that 3 people have been arrested. There were 3 victims. I've only seen the dude and the woman getting beat up, so I don't know who the 3rd victim was. But in another video, they're saying that the 3 individuals who were arrested are being charged with aggravated rioting and felonious assault. And they were in court earlier today, I believe it was. But either way, this was the best video I came across, so that's how it landed on the schedule. I assume we'll have some form of follow-up for this. Doesn't sound like there's going to be any hate crime charges, though. Next up, Maine police officer from Jamaica arrested by ICE. Police claim it was an error by DHS. I don't know why anybody wants to make an illegal in officer anyway, but either way, that's what's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this brawl that happened in Cincinnati. Live review. They deserved it for being white at a jazz festival, of course. That's kind of what it seems like. That's the narrative going around. Sam, they'd have burned cities to the ground if the script was flipped. Oh, yeah. Well, and just imagine if the dude had a gun. If he would have been concealed carrying and then having a mob stomp you like that, he'd have dug in his pockets with a smile. Like, that's just how that shit would have went. It's a great example of everything I say every day. Don't leave the house without a gun unless you're ready to die that day. And, like, that's why. There's the example right there on the screen. If he'd have been carrying, things would have went differently. Instead, he got his ass whooped, him and her, by countless people. I don't know, at least 10 people. Only 3 of them are going to jail. I don't know. I don't want to see people going to the morgue, but I don't like seeing people getting jumped and then hardly any consequence to it. Goth, I hate hearing the one dude going, ooh, over and over shows mentality. Yeah. Sounds like The Walking Dead. Elder Zoomer, definitely a hate crime. Yeah. Well, there was a woman on this other video that I watched that's related to one of the people in jail, and I think it was their mom. And they were saying in the video, in one of the video clips, you can hear him specifically say, hey, let's get the Russian or whatever. So I guess they were referring to the white people as Russians. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know. But kind of saying like, let's target this guy. And then she went on to say how he was such a sweet boy and how they're misrepresenting him on the news. I'm like, how can you admit that your kid, which is a grown-ass man, audibly targeted, put spotlight on this person to be attacked, and then turn around and say that that person's being misrepresented in the news and they're actually really a sweet boy? Like, I don't understand that. She's obviously a part of the problem. Major, same old BS. And like I said, if the white dude was carrying heat and he'd have put them all in the morgue, she'd have been out there crying in the streets. Oh, he's such a sweet boy. Yep. Tony Rez, the reporter, told a smoke show. Kevin, get a harness and take him out to hunt. I'm trying to think what the word is I'm looking for. I am very interested in taking Klaus outside. If I could get him to actually walk, he would be quite the Klaus Panther out there. I'd have to take him to the woods or something, though. I couldn't imagine him walking down the street. You know, people would be eyeballing me. It'd be like I had a rifle on a leash. So I don't know. I'd like to take him out at some point, get him introduced to nature. Because he's scared of the damn birds. I've never really noticed that out of a cat before. Normally cats want to hunt the birds. He's scared of the birds. Yeah, Kevin, it's much better than being victimized. I know that. Elder Zoomer, that's why I carry. People are crazy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Goth, if he would have fought back, he'd have been charged with a hate crime. Yeah, you're right. Well, and like they said in the video, everybody just stood around with their phones. No one got involved. And I think that's funny because look at Daniel Penny, right? He was sitting on the subway. Jordan Neely came in all cracked out on his K2 and all that, saying he was willing to kill people. He wasn't scared of consequences or anything like that. He was ready to die, he was saying. Well, he thought that until he actually got fucking smoked. He wasn't ready to die like he thought he was. And then what they do, they put Daniel Penny under the microscope, called him a white supreme pizza and everything else. He went to trial, and eventually he was innocent, right? It was self-defense and all of that. But he still had to eat shit. He still had to go to jail and hire an attorney and bond out and do all that shit, have death threats against him, people protesting out front saying he should be getting murder charges instead of manslaughter charges. And then when he got off the hook, then everyone bitched about that, all because some crackhead got on the train and had to be put down. Well, fuck. You know, you supposed to take that ass whooping? That's what you're supposed to do? That doesn't sound American at all. Meta, it's only a hate crime if the victims are not white or if they're a shapeshifter. Yeah, that's how the news spins it. What's up, Martin? Happy Freedom. Martin, I got to stare down today driving down the highway. I try to stay the hell away from people. They drive like shit. And now it's like so much worse than it used to be. It used to be like just the guy in front of me, or like I'm waiting to pull in somewhere, so I'm like sitting in the lane with the turn signal on and there's some dumbass in front of me. Now it's like 4 or 5 incidents happening at once. Now when I get in the car, I feel like, let's see if I make it home alive. Like that's what it feels like. People are so stupid. So damn stupid. It drives me crazy. Sometimes I get like so flustered I can't even explain all the stupid activity around me going on because it's just so much happening at once. It's ridiculous. Crickis, I'll always choose Team Bird. Klaus has the ability to conquer his fear. Yeah, he doesn't have the access, but he has the ability. Elder Zoomer, all the driving aids makes people bad drivers. Yeah, I think you're right. Driving in newer vehicles with cameras and shit. Crickis, I tried to take Klaus on a walk when he was younger, and all he wanted to do was flop over. And I've had other cats do the same thing. You put them on a leash, and they just flop over, and then you're like dragging them down the sidewalk on their side. Now that he's older, I'd like to give it another try, but I want to take him out to the woods, so he's not in town, so he's not dealing with other people and shit like that. And maybe he'll chill out and be a cat. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, next up. Maine police officer from Jamaica has been arrested by ICE, and the police claim that this error is by DHS. Now, this individual intentionally overstayed his visa, but still wanted to be a cop, and they still try to make it happen. I don't know. I think everybody's at fault. That's just my opinion. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
First at 11, the police chief in Old Orchard Beach is speaking out and firing back at the federal government after one of the town's police officers was arrested by ICE. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marissa Bodner. At the center of all this is John Luke Evans. He's a recently hired summer reserve police officer in Old Orchard Beach. The Department of Homeland Security says Evans is an illegal immigrant from Jamaica who overstayed his visa when he flew into Miami in September of 2023. Homeland Security says the ATF flagged Evans when he tried to buy a firearm, which he was planning to use as a police officer. He was then taken into custody by ICE, where he remains. Patricia Hyde, the field office director for ICE Boston, blasting the OOB Police Department, writing in part, quote, "The fact that a police department would hire an illegal alien and unlawfully issue him a firearm while on duty would be comical if it weren't so tragic. We have a police department that was knowingly breaking the very law they are charged with enforcing in order to employ an illegal alien," end quote. Tonight, the Old Orchard Beach police chief issuing a response saying the Department of Homeland Security signed off on Officer Evans's right to work. Chief Elise Shard writes, quote, "As part of the hiring process, the town reviewed multiple forms of identification, including photo identification, and submitted Evans's I-9 form to the Department of Homeland Security's E-Verify program. The Department of Homeland Security then verified that Evans was authorized to work in the U.S. The form was submitted and approved by DHS on May 12, 2025, end quote. They also claim he is authorized to work in the United States until the year 2030. It's not clear what's next in this case. We'll bring you any new information as we get it.
So there's some things in that story that just don't make sense to me. How do you overstay your visa, but then you can still legally work here until 2030? You don't have legal access to the country, but you can legally work here for the next 5 years. At the same time, just give him a gun. Fuck it. Stupid. The news is so damn stupid. I don't know. It's burning me out. So he overstayed his visa. He was flagged as he was trying to get a firearm, supposedly for work. He passed the E-Verify, which is a federal thing, even though he overstayed his visa. And then he can still work here for the next 5 years. I mean, just make the shit make sense. It just simply does not. Next up, suspect arrested after Danville, I think it's Danville, city councilman was set on fire. People are setting their elected officials on fire. Now, they're saying that this is personal. This doesn't have to do with him being a councilman or any of that, supposedly. They wouldn't tell you if it wasn't personal because they'd be worried about you going out and replicating it. Either way, it's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these officers trying to keep this illegal as one of their own. Guess I'm the real alien is that girl. Check out that forehead. Guess I'm space station visible over my crib tonight. Gotta set up the telescope. I heard there's been like multi-meteor showers going on too. I haven't been able to see it, but I hear you can see it in Texas. Guess I'm E-Verify is crap. Choice point is the real deal. I don't know anything about any of this stuff. Goth. Nope. I don't care what color or country you are from. You can't be a police officer if you're not a citizen. Yeah, I agree. And in California, they were trying to make it. I think they successfully passed it. But they were trying to make it so illegals could be police officers. And they were also using it as a way for illegals to get firearms because they're required to have a firearm in order to do their job. And police are considered special people. So I don't even know if they get background checks or not. Because like when I got my concealed carry, they were saying even though I have a concealed carry, I can't go into the post office carrying, I can't go into the courthouse carrying, I can't go on school grounds carrying, or anything like that. Only special persons can, like judges, attorneys, police officers, stuff like that. So if you take an illegal and you make them a cop, they're a special person. So I don't know if they go through a NICS check or not. But they would, if they do get a firearm, they could technically carry just about anywhere, even though they're illegally in the country. And I'm pretty sure California did pass that. Now, we haven't heard a lot about it, so maybe it didn't pass, but either way, stupid stuff. Stupid stuff done by stupid people. Elder Zoomer, if I was president, I'd kick California out of the union. It needs to be saved. That's the thing. Instead of kicking California into the ocean, it needs to be rescued. Pretty much all the left coast is like that. Oregon, Washington State, and California, they need to be saved. Ghostly, they said that he was burned because he liked a lady's Facebook post. That's the only evidence they have that it's personal. The dude that did it was a far leftist also. Yeah, he looks like a lefty. I didn't hear about the Facebook post, but yeah. Crickis, what makes God laugh? Wow, talk about material to work with. I just tell God fart jokes and stuff. I don't know. Got double meteor shower tonight in Texas? Yeah, that's what I was hearing. Major, they openly said that they wanted to make illegals officers, though, at one point? Yeah. Yup. Oh, that's awesome, Dutton. Yeah, I would love to come check that out. Crickis, Klaus would probably love being outdoors with you. He's kind of a scaredy cat. I don't know, if I like open the curtains and stuff, he starts getting all low and freaked out and his eyes are all big and he's a scaredy cat. Grinches, bro, mental institutions. Yeah, we need to open them back up. What's up, Tao? Happy freedom to you. Let's see. California is actually red. They controlled the elections with the Dominion. Yeah, see, and I can't say this stuff because I'm ending up with lawsuits. But yeah, the damn machines. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. That and giving illegals voter ID and stuff. They were doing that in Illinois and a couple other states too. And it's like, that's why like voter ID is not a cure-all. Voter ID is a good step, but without transparency, they could still give illegals voter ID and illegals will still be voting in the elections. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. Goth, I just don't get it. You can break one law by entering illegally but still be hired. They wouldn't let me be a 911 operator because of one ticket I had. Yeah, Goth, they like them better than us for some reason. It's because we got constitutional rights. We have citizenship rights. They have partial constitutional rights, which is bullshit. They shouldn't have any rights that we have other than human rights. But that's why they get treated better than us, is they don't have the same kind of rights that we do, which makes us entitled. And that's why they like the illegals better than us. Elder Zoomer, getting rid of the insane asylums was a mistake. Yeah, I agree. Now, we kind of talked about this yesterday, coincidentally. I've never been a big fan of people being forced into mental institutions, right? Somebody doesn't like the way you behave or whatever, and they commit you. That shit scares the fuck out of me. But not having facilities for these crazy people to go to is not the answer. You know, like they need somewhere they need to be locked the fuck away. Criminally insane people, okay, judge them harshly, lock them away somewhere, you know, in some place. That's the only thing that ever bothered me about mental institutions, is that somebody else could commit you just simply because they make accusations at you or you get in trouble, right? Like when I was 17, I got an assault charge. They could have said I was bonkers and then stuck me in a padded room somewhere. That scares the fuck out of me. But like I said, not having these places is not helping us. Guess, yeah, I can't say that damn name because they go after everybody. Also, I found interesting stuff digging in Rumble's code. I was looking through Rumble's code because I would like to embed their player in a way that I don't have to constantly have to edit the website every single time we go live. And I found code that translates everything I said. This is every word that I said in yesterday's live, and it's all right there in the inspector as timestamps and everything. And I think that's super fucking crazy because I don't even know if they actually offer captions on Rumble. So Rumble's obviously listening to everything that is said during the live. I don't know if they offer captions, but I think that's very interesting, and it makes me wonder why they have that ability. Maybe it's for algorithm purposes. What's up, kids, today? Happy Freedom. Vinny C, liberals are criminally insane. Yeah, they are. Ghostly, they don't have captions? Yeah, see, so they're tracking what I'm saying, but I don't know why. Vinny C, Cali will flip red soon. I hope so. I was pretty excited to see Michigan flip red during this last election. Major algorithm purposes. Yeah, exactly. Till they start cracking down on us. Guess yeah, I know. I was really surprised to find that. I wasn't trying to do anything malicious. I was trying to figure out, like I said, I was trying to figure out how to embed the player in a more customizable way than what they offer. But instead, I came across my words being wrote down and timestamped. Meta, is that how they know you did the Rumble commercial? No, that saves timestamps in a different way on the Rumble Studio software. Meta, there's an asteroid that's passing Earth today. Is that the one that they're saying could potentially hit the moon and then cause a meteor shower right next to Earth? Meta, indoor cats live longer and can be very happy inside their whole life. Yeah. Klaus is just a big panther, so I just want to give him the opportunity to flex his panther muscles. What's up, Burn Pile? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Starn? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Badass American? Happy Freedom. Badass American, I was attacked by my nephew violently, and his father he attacked, and my sister attacked me, both schizophrenic, psychotic tendencies. He's 6'4" and 298 pounds. Now he's facing 10 years in prison for trying to burn down his grandfather's home. Sorry to hear that, Badass American. That is rough. That is rough stuff. They shut down the biggest mental hospitals in my state. Yeah. Need to turn things around. Alien Lab, the turd asteroid? I mean, that doesn't sound like an honorable death. They need to send a different asteroid. That one will just simply not do. Badass American, go back to paper ballots? Yeah, that's what we need to do. Well, President Trump signed an executive order that's supposed to make our elections safer and this, that, and the other. And I can't remember everything that was in the EEO, but it was almost immediately stopped by district judges. Ever since SCOTUS ruled that the district judges can't put universal injunctions on what President Trump does, like executive orders, the White House is supposed to go through and review, I think it's 32 EOs that were stopped by universal injunctions by the district judges. Once they go through and review it, one of them should be the executive order for our elections. Now, I don't know what's all in there. I want to say voter ID is a requirement, and I know another one is no mail-in ballots beyond election day will be counted. Now, I don't know if they're going to bring back paper ballots or not. I know that Georgia was trying to do that on their own, but we need to have that set federally, so all states are doing it. We need to have like a standardized system that's done federally, because during this last presidential election, I found out that Oregon and a few other states have drop boxes only. You can't vote in person, and that's fucked up. Like you're asking for fraud by doing that. And so we need some standardized way of doing elections, because it doesn't make sense we're all voting for the same president, but we all got to do it different depending on what state we're in. That shit doesn't make sense to me. And all of that stuff opens the doorway for fraud. So until they really bring transparency, because that's what we need, is transparency for our elections, the stuff's not going to get better. I still think they need to make a federal website, kind of like, you know, the way they do the debt clock. They need to have a website like that is constantly updated, so when you vote, your name goes on the board and who you voted for. And every American and every person, which should be an American, who voted will go on the board and who they voted for. And when you count the votes, you're going to get the same numbers as you see on Fox or CNN. And until we get that, they're going to keep bullshitting us. That's just all there is to it. Until we get transparency, they're going to keep fucking us over. Next up, suspect arrested after Danville City Councilman has been set on fire. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, about our friend Larry here. He could really use our help. He is in need of a kidney transplant. So I put together a page for him on the website that has all of his information, his story, links, and all kinds of stuff. So if there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please click this link and go check out his page. All right, getting into the city councilman being set on fire. If YouTube would load. There we go. All right, hooligans, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
And good evening. We are following this breaking news tonight out of Danville, where a city councilman has literally been set on fire.
Lee Vogler was attacked this morning at the offices of Showcase magazine where he works. Danville police say that a man forced his way into the office and poured gasoline on Vogler. Vogler ran out of the building. The man followed him and then lit him on fire.
Obviously, this is a big story. It's even a national story tonight. We have team coverage for you. 10 News reporters Samuel King and Ethan Ellis are live tonight in Danville. We want to go first to Samuel, who is live outside Danville City Hall. Now, Samuel, we've been reporting some of the facts of the story today. Have we had any updates about how the councilman is doing?
Hey, we're still awaiting word about that, John and Rachel. We do know he was taken to a regional medical facility, and as you can imagine, those injuries were pretty severe. Also, reaction continuing to come in from political figures here in Danville and from across the Commonwealth. We begin with Governor Glenn Youngkin, who posted on social media earlier. Our prayers go out to Danville City Councilman Lee Vogler, who was violently attacked at his workplace earlier today. We pray for a swift recovery, Lee, and for peace to be on the entire Danville community. While the mayor here in Danville, Lonzo Jones, asking for prayers as well, saying in a statement, "Today our community was shaken by an unthinkable act of violence against Councilman Lee Vogler, our colleague, our friend, and someone we care about deeply. Lee is a member of our city council family, and today that family is hurting." We also ran into Senate President Pro Tem Louise Lucas, who is on her way to Roanoke for a groundbreaking ceremony tomorrow. She did tell us off camera that people like Vogler offer themselves to serve their communities. She went on to tell us that there is no place in the world for that kind of hatred. Continuing to gather reaction, we'll have more for you throughout the evening. Live in Danville, Samuel King, 10 News, working for you.
All right, thank you, Samuel. Our team coverage continues now with Ethan Ellis.
And Ethan, A lot of community reaction pouring in. We're seeing it on social media, public figures across Virginia. It's now a national story. What can you tell us about this?
Well, John and Rachel, I'm standing right across the street from where this all happened this morning. And it started when a man ran in that office building over there, the cream colored building. That is the magazine office. The man allegedly dumped a bucket of gasoline on Vogler. Now, Vogler ran outside and was found in front of the church by first responders. Now, this is a call that came into 911 around 11:30 this morning when EMTs were dispatched to the scene.
Taylor, you are inbound to pick up a 38-year-old male patient. Patient was doused in gas and set on fire, has full thickness burns.
The man did run from the scene, but police pulled over his car and arrested this man shortly after. The man has been identified as 29-year-old Shotzi Buckhays of Danville. He's being charged with first-degree attempted murder and aggravated malicious wounding. Councilman Gary Miller says Vogler was not only a fellow council member, but also a friend.
We're just all praying for him. We're pretty close council members. We call ourselves, we're a family, and although we may disagree politically sometimes, we're all good friends, and it's just one of the family has been injured.
Now, police say Vogler and Buckhays did know each other, but the attack wasn't because of Vogler's position on city council. Of course, we'll update you with anything else we get here at the scene on WSLS.com. Live in Danville, Ethan Ellis, 10 News, working for you.
Obviously, this is still a developing story. I do want to add that we listened to the dispatcher talk about what they called full thickness burns. That is third-degree burns, the most severe type of burns when all the layers of skin have been burned. So that's what we heard from the dispatcher right there, if you're not familiar with that term, full thickness burns.
And of course, we're going to keep you updated as we learn more. This is a developing.
Okay. You guys knew I was going to hit the sound bite. I don't want to hear anybody getting bent out of shape about that. You knew that was coming. Anyways, they're saying that they're waiting to see how he's doing. There's supposedly a personal matter here. The suspect dumped gas on him, dumped a bucket of gas on him. I don't know how somebody walked up in the office carrying a bucket of gasoline and nobody thought that was weird at all. He dumped gas on him, and then the victim ran, and while he ran, the suspect chased him, eventually catching up to him and setting him on fire. He is being charged with first-degree attempted murder and aggravated malicious wounding, which I've never even heard of that. Definitely deserves to go to prison for an act like that. Very crazy. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news. This is, of course, Lefties losing it. This one's titled Democrat Cory Booker's Theatrical Tantrum. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this city councilman being set on fire. Leave a review with the s'mores gifts. Yes. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom to you. Kids today. Yep, I've had a few second-degree burns. Holy shit. Yeah. I've never heard of thick burns or whatever they said. I've never heard of that before. That'd be terrible, though. I mean, I don't even like just burning my hand on the stove and doing stupid shit like that. I couldn't imagine being set on fire. God, the news said they knew each other? Yeah, supposedly it's personal. Pumpkin, this is awful. There's no excuse for it. Yeah. Could not imagine being set on fire. Grinches, bro, people are nuts. Absolutely. Major the thickness burn. Yeah, it sounds like an STD, but it's not, I guess. Crickets, that's why you carry. Yeah, absolutely. Gun beats gasoline every time. Could you imagine trying to defend yourself with a firearm? You accidentally hit the gas can and everybody gets taken out. They call you a white supreme pizza terrorist. You wake up in the hospital handcuffed to the bed. All you were trying to do is go to work. Like, that's the kind of luck I have. It's just no good. Grins, bro, people probably thought it was just one of those giant coffee cups people have today. Yeah, the damn Stanley cups. That's what it was. It was a Stanley bucket. He just brought in his Stanley bucket. They just assumed it was some coffee. Got it at the Starbucks down the street. No, it was unleaded. You've seen badly burned firefighters. It's awful. Yeah, I could imagine. Crickus, headshot. Don't bring your gasoline to the office. Just saying. Yeah, for real. Plastic, what is wrong with people? Dude must have been banging his wife or something. Yeah, Plastic, you don't just go set somebody afire while they're at work. Something happened. Something happened. He was banging his dog. That's terrible. It's not Saturday. You gotta watch what I say while YouTube and Twitch is around. But yeah, something happened. Tao, the news lines are off the top. The Black Rock shooting also doesn't make any sense. There was no blood around the shooter's body. Yeah, that's what Zero was saying too. Load review, healing would be the worst part. Yeah, they'll probably have to do skin grafts and stuff. Snugs. Very sad about the man being burned. I've heard you go numb at first if it's really bad and then you're in agony. Yeah. No good. Guess I'm carrying a pistol and a fire extinguisher. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add a fire extinguisher to the Subaru. Guess I've had thick burns from the carpet. That's different. That's different. Tony Rez, would you stop someone from carrying a bucket of gasoline into an office building? If I didn't work there, I would just probably leave. If I did work there, yes, absolutely. I mean, it's like if I worked at a Pizza Hut and somebody came in the back carrying a bucket of fucking gasoline, I'm going to ask you what you're doing. Because I want to know if I'm about to be victimized or not. Goth, I have a knockoff Stanley for my cold drinks. I refuse to pay that much for a name. Yeah, some people say they're good though, but it's very expensive. Paying $50 for a cup is fucking crazy. I have oh my god, I can never. I got a Yeti that a hooligan had bought me, and that thing is awesome. Now I don't know how much they paid for it. It's a good cup though. Hot stuff stays hot, cold stuff stays cold. I don't know how much it costs compared to a Stanley though. Because today no one said 57. I don't know what you're talking about. Major, remember that guy that rubbed his hand sanitizer on his entire body in the police station during COVID, and the cops came in and tased him, and he lit up like a human torch? It was nuts. I do not remember that. During COVID, we were covering the protests and stuff. When the protests died, that's when we started covering the White House and the news and stuff. Prior to that, I've never given a shit about politics or anything like that. If the protests wouldn't have died down, we'd still be covering protests instead of this shit. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. I don't remember that story. I'll have to look into it. Gringes, bro, Yetis aren't cheap. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Stoner, if I worked at Pizza Hut, I wouldn't do shit if someone walked in with a bucket of gasoline. I would be hoping he was there to burn it down. I just don't want to go with, you know? I'm not saying you need to save the Pizza Hut, but, you know, I just don't want to go down with it. Major, there's a police cam of it? Yeah, I'm going to look it up. Thank you for letting me know, Major. Guess what are you saying? Mine was on my butt, but he was on top. Just no fucking context. Hair Juicer was telling us a story like that once. I wonder where Hair Juicer went. He said he couldn't get into the site and then he disappeared. Meta, depends on the percentage of the body that was burned. Full thickness, 3rd degree burns. That's to the bone. Yeah, that sounds awful. Stern, Stanley is the sign of a hard worker. Not anymore. They tricked all the women into buying $50 cups. Now they drag around a big bulky ass purse that they can't afford and a big dumb cup in the other hand. I mean, I guess they could use it as a weapon if they needed to. I used to see like construction workers carrying Stanleys, but now you see like Legally Blonde carrying Stanleys. The times are changing. Burn pile, regular people don't have situational awareness. You couldn't be any more right. I notice that every time I go to Walmart. They got the survival instincts of a brick. Agent O, 2 girls and 1 Stanley. That's right. I didn't realize that's the updated version. We're going to be watching that in the voice chat on Friday. Good stuff. Good stuff. I actually sent a hooligan the link to 2 chicks, 1 cup, or 2 girls, 1 cup, or whatever. They wouldn't even watch it. They wouldn't even watch it. It's actually archived. It's such a famous video that they put it in the IMDb archive or whatever. You can go watch it right there. It's official and everything. I don't recommend you watch it, though. It's awful. It is awful to watch. What's up, Jay Spray? Happy freedom to you. Anyways, moving forward here. Like I said, we got the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. This is Lefties Losing It. Let's get this pulled up real quick, or as quick as YouTube will let me. Maybe. Maybe not. Come on, show us Rita. All right, this one's titled Democrat Cory Booker's Theatrical Tantrum. Hit the like button over on Rumble as well as the CommentTube, and let's get into this.
It's time for Lefties Losing It, and in further proof that you can never be far left enough for the increasingly crazy modern left, songstress and leftist activist Billie Eilish is being accused of racism and celebrating whiteness because she said this during her Dublin show over the weekend.
As you guys know, I'm Irish, so it's really cool to come somewhere and like everybody looks exactly like you, and you're all just as pasty as me.
Yep, for saying it's really cool to come somewhere where everyone looks exactly like you, she's being accused of being an ethno-nationalist. You know, I was feeling terribly sorry for the girl, but then I remembered this.
We are voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz because they are fighting to protect our reproductive freedom, our planet, and our democracy. Vote like your life depends on it, because it does.
Yep, you pandered to the crazy, Billy. Don't be surprised when the crazy come for you. And that's a lesson actress Sydney Sweeney is learning the hard way. You see, the predictably lefty Hollywood type is now being called a Nazi promoting white supremacist because of this ad for clothing brand American Eagle.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney, Casper Jeans.
Yep, that's it. That's the so-called racist dog whistle heralding in a new era of white supremacy, if the crazy progressives are to be believed. And the meltdown is frankly too big to fully detail in this segment. Hundreds, if not thousands, of enraged videos online posted in response to that ad, and there are plenty of articles on this too, including this from MSNBC saying Sydney Sweeney's ad shows an unbridled cultural shift towards whiteness. Advertisements are always mirrors of society, and sometimes what they reflect is ugly and startling. And the calls for boycotts have already started.
Don't forget to boycott American Eagle for their racist online, talking about blue jeans and white people. Boycott American Eagle. Boycott the out of them. Boycott American Eagle.
Oh, those damn blue jeans and white people, damn it.
Miss Sweeney, cancel for her being racist, for doing Nazi propaganda. Cancel American Eagle.
Now, this next woman was reduced to tears by the ad.
And I don't know why. Maybe because it's just so blatant. I keep thinking that people just are not going to believe us until we're hung out there.
And the ad is being described among the left as Nazi propaganda.
Those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird, like fascist weird, like Nazi propaganda weird.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes.
Shut up,
like,
bitch!
That is Nazi propaganda.
Oh, what can you say? Apparently this ad is so grotesquely racist that it's going to end up in the history books.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it. That's Nazi propaganda. Wow. I thought it was gonna be like kind of bad. That's gonna be in history book.
And now even the celebs are joining in the pile-on. Here is Doja Cat mocking Sydney Sweeney.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Holy shit. These people are fucking brain dead. Like I was saying, we need to open up the asylums. These people need a place to go. A place to call home. Like I said, that is the last little bit of the news I have for you hooligans, but we are going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one's titled, I Hate When This Happens. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Ghostly, and it's titled Based DOT. All of that's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about these lefties out here losing it. Guess well, they went full tard. They did, and what I'm kind of surprised that they didn't show, I'll see if I can find it really quick. Beyonce did a very similar photo shoot, and everybody thought it was great. It was stunning and brave. Let me see if I can find it really quick. It's not a video, it's just this image right here. Let's go full screen. Okay, the bottom one is Nazi propaganda. The top one is stunning and brave. Also, that's not Beyonce's real hair color. Our culture is not your costume. Yeah, like I said, top photo, fine. Bottom photo, Nazi propaganda. I'm surprised Rita didn't bring that up. I was leaving it to her to do that, but that's all right. Thank you for letting me know, Snugs. Let me take a gander. Oh, Jolly here. He's mad about the white supreme pizza wearing Levi's there, talking about how he loves banging kids and stuff. Fucking weirdo in the chat. Gone. He's a goner. Threw that hammer like Thor. He didn't even see it coming. Smoked him. Smoked him. Now he can go finger himself about Nazi propaganda. Guess then move, lard ass. Yeah, fucking damn. Yeah, I don't know. And a lot of people have been calling out these lefties saying they're really just mad that they're fat and ugly and they'll never look like real women. That's the whole problem right there. Is the lefties are mad about this Levi's commercial because they're fat, ugly, and they'll never look like real women. It's just, it is what it is. Mac Daddy, I wear denim dresses and they're blue. Styling. Tony Rez, how about boycott Hugo Boss? What is Hugo Boss? Crickis, her boobs look great. I believe you, Crickis. I wasn't looking, but I'll take your word for it. Beck Frank, people can do pride of their private sexual lives. Native people can be proud of their heritage. White people can't have any pride or they're racist. Yep. That's how it goes, Beck Frank. Gotta have silent pride. Ghostly, easy to pick out real goths from Hot Topic goths. All they need to do is speak and the truth comes right out. That's right. Major, my chick's goth but not tarded. There is a difference. Bill Clay, American Eagles got people talking about them. Yep. And that was what they were going for. Money well spent on that advertisement. Plusquack, what the fuck is a Doja Cat? Looks more like a tarted cat. Doja Cat, I thought, was kind of normal looking. I don't know what it recently did. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, and it's hard to determine these days because you can't even ask them because they don't even know if they're a boy or a girl. But I think they used to try and be attractive. Now they're trying to turn into Big Bird, or maybe they're trying to like fill in for Joyless Reed, right? They're trying to play that character. Not really sure. Pumpkin, they're jealous. Yep, that's what I think too. Bill Clay, that was an ad for jeans? I mean, I guess. Meta, I'm almost ready to take a little break. Getting really burned out on the terrible things that people do to one another. Yeah, well, you gotta take breaks, otherwise you'll spiral, and we see that a lot in the chat. You got to know when to take breaks, and then take them. It's okay to take a break, because the news, it will always fucking be here. Stern, I'm about to buy some American Eagle. See, I've never even owned any American Eagle stuff. Isn't that who, like, replaced Abercrombie and Finch? Or Fitch, or however it's said? Remember the stuck-up people used to wear all that shit? And then I think something bad happened with the company. They like went bankrupt or something happened. They closed up. They used to be in the mall and shit. And then I think everybody started wearing American Eagle instead. I don't know. Burn Pile can't stand Doja Cat. She's all wig. Yeah, seems like it. I don't know much about her. I just scroll past images that got her in them. Teasel, Trump jeans coming soon with matching shoes. They be styling. It's like the gold Trump Force Ones. They stopped talking about that. They forgot about those. Those are those white Supreme Pizza shoes there, the high tops. Blood Nose, happy freedom to you. She wants to talk to the manager. Alien Lab, Nazi propaganda. Yep. White people aren't even allowed to wear jeans anymore. What's up, Wet Blanket? Happy freedom. Alien Lab, I need an Australian pie. Jesus loves us. My goodness. Guess I'm kick Doja Cat in the nuts. You'll know the sex. I mean, you see, fake news will always be here. Information itself will always be around. It's like bad days or worrying about, dying and stuff. It's like, that's not what you got to worry about. You got to worry about living. You got to worry about making good days. And don't worry about missing the news, because there will always be more news. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom to you. I like her boobies. Very nice. Information Warlord. I agree. Stoner, you can buy soap made from her bathwater. Oh, she's the one? I seen the soap. I didn't know who they were talking about. What's up, WC? Happy freedom to you. Got too damn hot for boob tape. What is boob tape? I think I'm missing out on something. I've never heard of boob tape. Burn Pile, the best jeans anyone's seen. Really great jeans. More right here in America, or made right here in America. Just look for the MAGA label. Yeah, MAGA jeans. They'd be selling out. Crazy. They'd be like $5,000 a pair. What is this, guess? Close. They kind of look like bell bottoms. They got the stonewash on them. Crick Hiss, is Bobby still in booby coma? I think so. We haven't seen him yet. We need to figure out where he is and bring him back home. We're We're move forward here. We're going to get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what Klaus is getting today from the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Let's see what he gets. We're getting down to it. Today is day 18. What is this? Huh. You see this? It's a fish. It's a whole fish. I don't know if it's got catnip in it or not. It might. What do you think? What do you think of this? Huh? Just beat you in the face with it? It's touching your booty. You got the survival instincts of a cotton ball. What are you looking at me for? That's your fish. You can keep it. I'm not going to take it. Yeah, it's your fish. The toes on the fish. You got to be careful. These hooligans like that stuff. Attack that fish. That's right. I heard he was talking shit about your mom. I heard it was a socialist. Yes. Okay. Klaus says it's good stuff. Thank you, Tori Wayne. Appreciate you. All right, hooligans. Let's get into these funny videos here. Now you hold up a second. I ain't ready yet. Can't be getting ahead of me. This here is titled, I hate when this happens.
I hate when I can't spell some shit and then my phone can't spell it either. Cause why the fuck can't you spell it? And I know I ain't crazy. I know this a word.
Me every day in the chat. I know why I can't spell it, but why can't you spell it? Damn phone, they ain't good for shit. Spying on us, that's it. Getting into our official funny video of the day. Now this was provided by Ghostly, and this is titled Based DOT. It said horses ain't real. I love that shit so much. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this Linktree link really quick. We're gonna drop it in the chat. We're gonna read through, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. What's up, Tori Wayne? Happy freedom to you. Did we still not find Hair Juicer? What's up, Joe Bosch? Happy freedom to you. Ghostly just out here trying to help. Oh, Meta, there's other ways to hang out. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. You gotta take a break. It's way better to take a break than it is to spiral. When we've had hooligans spiral, we've had people like totally blow up. Fighting with people, calling each other names, banning each other, blocking accounts, causing themselves to get banned. And that's usually what happens. It starts off with like a disagreement, but really they're stressed because they're too hyper focused on the news and all of that. And then next thing you know, there's fighting, and then when they get told to chill out, then they become defensive because they feel like they're the only person that cares about what's happening in the news, and then they're defensive against everybody, and then they're being disruptive, and then when they have to be corrected by mods or myself, they become inconsolable, and then they get banned. And then a month later, I get emails about how they're really sorry and all this other shit when they were uncontrollable, all because they didn't take a break. You guys can hang out in the Discord. You can hang out over on jeffmaclive.com. You can join the Telegram channel if you would like. You can hang out with us over on X. There's lots of stuff to do other than just sit here and watch the news. I do appreciate all of you guys being here and watching the news with me and all of that. But if you need to take a break, please take a break. It is way better to take a break and still be able to hang out with hooligans than to sit there and face the news every day. If you think you need to take a break, you do need to take a break. So do not be afraid of taking breaks. It is good for you. And it's very easy to get burned out, especially when you care so much, because that's the thing. It's like people get mad and they're like, well, I don't fucking care. No, you're mad because you care. You're not mad because you don't care. That don't make any sense. You're mad because you care. And there's nothing wrong with caring, but the thing is we can't do much about what's happening around us other than keep an eye on it. So if you need to take a break, take a break. We'll fill you in when you come back from the break. There's no need to worry about it. Either way, there is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. We have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Now, like I said, we're going to read through really quick, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and after the pledge, we are raiding out over on Rumble. So if you're watching on Rumble, hang tight, because we got a raid coming up. Guess I'm feeling saucy now. I was feeling real saucy after I was eating that hot sauce hair juice you sent me. I was feeling all kinds of stuff. Felt like internal bleeding at first, but that's alright. I survived it. Tori Wayne, Klaus loves his fishy. He does. He does. You good boy. You've been fighting them birds all day, and we had the giant spider. We're lucky to be alive, buddy. It's been a hard day. What is the boob tape? Tony Brez, I don't know what it is. I'm scared to Google it. Stoner. Nipple tape is called pasties. Yeah, I'm racist against pasties. Free the nipples. You're going to poke your eye out. Back Frank, what'd you do today? Talked about boob tape. What's wrong with that? Only losers get mad over that stuff. Major, what's up with the females with stickers all over their faces nowadays? Are you talking about pimple patches? Are they like little stars, little like finger width stickers? 'Cause I've seen a lot of females do that, but I guess they're pimple patches. I just wash my face with water. Everybody else are using chemicals. The women put chemicals on their face. They're trying to strip the flesh from their face or something. I literally just put water on my face and then dry it with a towel. And I never have zits or anything like that. I never have issues with my skin. I don't know why women do that shit. I feel bad for women because all the propaganda gets pushed on them. Like, you're not pretty enough. You need makeup. You need to spend money and put injections in your forehead and all kinds of other stupid shit. Buy my $50 cup and like just nonsense. We need to take women's phone away for a little bit. It'd make them feel better. We need to stop the propaganda somehow. Ghostly, we've all been here since the riots. They're trying to drive us crazy from time to time. All of us need some time away from the screen. Yeah, Ghostly. Definitely. What's up, Jay Spray? Happy Freedom. Thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. The burnout is real. Yeah, it is a real thing. It's a real thing. We're joking about it and stuff, but it is absolutely a real thing. And that's why I'm like seriously suggesting to you hooligans, if you need to take a break, take a break. You do not have to take a break from us. We have a lot of communities that I spend every waking moment trying to keep running and safe and all of that. You can always hang out with the hooligans 24/7. You do not have to face the news head on. It is okay to take a break. Guess I hate everyone equally. It makes it easier. I mean, it does. Information Warlord, it's pretty easy to hack those signs. I've never messed with them anymore, but that's definitely one of the best ones I've seen. Stoner, Jeff don't like sticky. You are not wrong. I do not like being sticky. Jay Spray Stanley used to be coffee thermos and lunch pail if you had a good job. Yeah. Well, they made it all bougie now. You gotta get your hair done, your nails did, and you gotta go ahead and get you a big old Stanley cup and a big dumb purse that costs much as a house. And if you don't, then you're not pretty enough, and all this other stupid shit. Tori Wayne, yeah, it was a giant spider, and it almost got me. I don't think there's a way for me to show you. Nah, I can't show you. I think there's too much swearing in the video. I was trying to like look at the spider with the camera, but then the spider moved really fast and I took a step back, and when I did, I stepped on Klaus and then I like fell backwards, and then he fell over, and then the spider was missing for a while, and it was giant catastrophe. Guess I'm gotta set the telescope. Love you, hooligans. Ah, date night. Love that. Enjoy the rest of your day, guess some. Stoner. Stuttering Stanley. That's me. That's me. We're gonna figure out who we're gonna raid here in just a moment. What's up, talk of this? Happy freedom to you. Talk of this. Everyone's going to get a kick out of this. Remember a long time ago when you placed me on timeout for no reason? No. No, I fucking don't. Thanks for asking. Anyways, moving forward here. Tori Wayne, fuck that. If it disappeared, I'd have to relocate or start a fire. No, I found it and I smoked it, but I had to fall over the damn cat before I killed the spider. But the spider did die, though. And I didn't have to use a gun. So it was a win-win. It was a win-win. Stoner, didn't they just go on vacation or something like that? Alright, hooligans. It is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oop, there we go. Did the thing. Now, we are going to do a raid. Let's see who is live today. That's pretty late. It's 9:30. Who do we got? Who did we raid yesterday? Frag. We raided Frag yesterday. And Frag tagged some other Jeff Mack in the thank you post on X. It burns me up. I'm not mad at Frag. I'm mad at some fake Jeff Mack out there trying to steal my thunder. I don't like it. Toasty's live. I think Toasty's been live all day. Mrs. Ma'am is live, but I think she's been doing premium lives. Oh, what day is it? It's Wednesday. Who did we raid the first? Monday we did Nelly Bean. Tuesday we did Frag. Today we're going to do Cat Dog. Cat Dog's been live for 2 hours. I'm assuming he's going to still be rolling for a little while. I don't know what he's playing. Turok from PS2. Good stuff. Good stuff. He's unsuspecting. We're just lurking here. He's not even seeing us. Sneaking up on him here. It's raid time, hooligans. Make sure you hit that like button as soon as you land.
Oh shit, no way. No fucking way. It's the Jeff Mack Hooligans raid, chat. W's in the fucking chat, bro. I hope you had a good stream, man. Hopefully you had a great night, bro. We're playing a fucking 2002 classic tonight. W Hooligans in the fucking chat, man. What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Tori? We got Mac. What's up, bro? It was good. Hell yeah, man. Happy freedom, everybody. What's up, Beck? I appreciate you guys coming out, man. Dude, Jeff Mac raids are always crazy, bro. Bro, that's badass, dude. I've been enjoying it, bro. I've never played this game before. I remember we had it because I remember the cover and shit. This has been crazy, though. Thanks for leaving the door open, bro. I got you, Cricket. I got you, bro. What's up? JSP. I appreciate you coming out, man. Stoner with the barter, man. I see some familiar faces in here. I appreciate the raid, man. Thank you again, Jeff Mac. Thank you again, Hooligans, bro. You guys always turn this shit the fuck up. I have no liquor in my house. Otherwise, I would be drinking it for your guys' crazy fucking raid because you guys always come in swinging dick and balls. Even some tits. Have a good live, bro. I appreciate you, man. You already know I'm always smashing the like on your shit, bro. Even if I'm not in the chat, bro, I'm always smashing the like when I see it, bro. Livid review. Welcome in. Happy freedom, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Jeff Mac. Thank you.
What a badass. I love Cat Dog. He is fucking awesome. Killed me. Coming in swinging dick and balls. I didn't realize y'all were doing that, okay? I just want you to hit the like button. Jesus loves us. Y'all be getting butt naked over at Cat Dog's place. Crazy. Either way, we're going to read through really quick and we are wrapping this up. But we'll be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Holy, he cracks me up. Yeah, Tory Wayne. I know, Cat Dog is awesome. I'm going to repost this live after I wrap this up. I got to get better at doing that. I get all these notifications of other live streamers reposting the live now, and I need to show some love back. Jay Spray, you fell asleep halfway through? Why? Why'd you do that? Tory Wayne, it was a good raid yesterday with Frag. Yeah, Frag is really cool. Stoner, Sleazy took a week off last week, but he still did his movie shows from his hotel room. That's cool, Stoner. Goth, the look on your face when you read my boob tape comment still has me laughing. I still don't know what boob tape is. I have to Google it, and I know Google's not going to show me what I'm actually looking for. Hey, thanks for being here, Stern. Enjoy the rest of your night. It's a Black Sheep. Happy freedom. Teasel Chinese-eyed. I wish I could hook him up with some liquor. He was saying he don't have any. I love the people getting butthurt. That's funny. Alien Lab black tape. That's what the boob tape is? Sounds racist. Tory Wayne, boob tape. Tapes your boobs to your clothes so you don't have to wear a bra, and it makes them perky and held in place. I don't know. I'd rather look at nipples than not. I'm against boob tape. I just am. I don't know. If you're going braless, I want to see the benefits of it. Either way, like I said, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. So we are wrapping things up. But we'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news. And thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. Like I said, I appreciate all of you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Go enjoy some good food. I'm going to try and do the same. I got to get cooking here. It's already 9:30. But make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.